Live from Stool Stream Stadium in New York City, welcome to Stool Streams 2, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer. Alongside Jeff D'Lo, I'm Jake Marsh. Thanks for taking some time on your Monday afternoon for a new week of Stool Streams. And Jeff, we had a spectacular opening day last week, but now we shift our focus to table tennis. We have 3 great matchups on tap today.
Yeah, this is kind of the legacy sport in here. All the sports are fantastic, but kind of the inception of this room, I think, started with this game. So people are very excited to see this. You've played plenty of times, and you'll be playing later today, but the matchups are great. PFT versus Smitty, very interesting dynamics there. A heated rivalry with Hubs versus Frankie, and then you will be stepping out of the booth to take on Hank later. A little injured, I might add. But yes, all 3 matches have a lot of storylines, and it will be quite exciting today, Jake.
Absolutely. Let's dive deeper into our docket for today. You said PFT and Smitty. You saw them warming up earlier on, and then we'll face off a big-time rivalry between Frankie and Hubs. Then, like you mentioned, Jeff, myself and Hank, he'll be emerging from the control room. I will be coming out of the booth to take on Hank. That is going to be a great match, to say the least.
Again, the injury is going to be the biggest thing at the end here. I don't want to skip ahead too many matches. We have 3 great matches here, but I watched you hobble in this morning. You probably are the best player in the office, but with the injury, can you hold it up? But we'll focus on the first match for now because PFT Smitty has quite a couple interesting storylines here, especially from the main challenger here, Smitty, today.
Absolutely. And let's dive into the rules of table tennis. You've been spending all week making your selections on the Play Barstool app. More than 40,000 of you are locked into this broadcast. And remember, the task is simple. 6 for 6, you win the progressive jackpot. Jeff, we're going to play 3 best-of-3 matches to 21. Win by 2, sucker serve. Once it hits 20-20, you will alternate serves. And the big Stool Streams little different rule, if you will, is the live ball. If the ball hits off anything besides the back wall, it's in play and you play on.
Yeah, and it's not just a thing that happens every now and then. It seems like it will happen at least once or twice a game. It won't always end in a point, but it's like Tropicana Field. The ceiling is in play. There's a lot of lights and technical things up there, and that TV, it is not a backboard but a sideboard. And if you do use that, I mean, you do have some stones.
For sure. So that should be interesting, to say the least, when that happens. And we're not going to make any bets, Jeff, but we're going to say that there's going to be some sort of ricochet at some point.
There will be. Intentional or not, it will happen.
Absolutely. So let's send it down the stream to the 3rd member of our crew, Nick Tarani, who's standing alongside one of the participants in our first match with PFT commenter. Nick, what's up down there?
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me. PFT?
Yep.
You look awful. Are you nervous?
Yes, I'm very nervous. I'm feeling awful. I'm dealing with some gastrointestinal issues at the moment, but you know what? No excuses. Play like a champion.
You heard it from him. He's having trouble keeping his insides inside. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Nick, and a little bit of a last-minute wrinkle, if you will.
There is a filming going on right now for Lowering the Bar, a very popular Barstool series where Jeff Vibbs, one of our guys here, brings in food, different items for people to try out. Today he brought in arguably the worst thing he's ever brought in, some sort of like spicy gummy bear, and it has tarnished the insides of PFT, which may be evening a match here that you would assume he has a leg up in. So for those who maybe pick Smitty the underdog, they might have an advantage on the case of what is apparently very bad food.
Absolutely. Let's get right into it, Jeff. You saw PFT commenter. He is your first participant in match 1, taking on Smitty. Smitty hasn't touched the racket aside from last week until 5 months ago. So you see PFT commenter, 35 years old. He has the XFL experience, and he is definitely the veteran in this match.
Yeah, that's the key thing that you said, though. PFT's been playing nonstop for months. The last time Smitty played an actual match that meant anything was against myself on March 16th. He got a couple volleys back and forth on Friday. I might have helped him out a bit there just to see if he could get warmed up a bit. But it has been months for Smitty, who has a very unique and interesting style that you will notice right off the bat here in ping pong.
Right. Smitty's saying, when we got to talk to him before today's broadcast, that, quote, the best part of his game is what is outside of his game. He is predicting tons and tons of pain. So let's send it back down the stream where our players are warming up. And, Jeff, we're just about ready to go in this best-of-3 match to 21. And remember, if you're just joining us, the rules, best-of-3 to 21, win by 2, sucker serve, 5 serves each.
Exactly. We'll be tracking all the stats here, keeping you up to date, letting you know what kind of the trends are looking like here. PFT against Smitty. Again, Smitty, like you said, talking about the outside things that help him out, and I don't know if he anticipated it, but PFT looking sick, looking pale. That could be the outside thing Smitty was talking about.
All right, so let's get right to it, Jeff. We're going to have an old-fashioned rally for serve, P-I-N-G, to see who serves first.
I-N-G.
All right, some help from the net from Smitty, and he will have service. So remember, best of 3 to 21,
like
5 serves each,
Yep.
and you will switch sides after each game. So Smitty will do the honor to kick things off here from Stool Stream Stadium.
Very interesting serve that Smitty deploys here. You'll notice it right off the bat. He's
Heads up or something.
looking at Spider, or technical guy. It's a very soft spin serve from Smitty, an immediate point off the bat, Jay.
Right, no answer from PFT. Some forced cross court from Smitty to break the ice.
1 up.
And no answer on the return
Oh.
for PFT. PFT does come into this match the heavy favorite, but Smitty, with that lack of experience,
2 up.
proving the haters wrong early on.
Right into the net there. Whereas PFT's serve is what really gets people going here. The fans love it. The crowd loves it. Players hate it when they have to face it.
A little long from Smitty, so after picking up the first pair of points, fit pair of unforced errors. One more serve.
Oh,
Some help
great shot.
from the edge. And Smitty does a good job holding serve.
Got to see that one again, Jake, as he takes 3 out of his 5 serves for points. They're leading 3-2 very early on here. I believe that might have been a was that a forehand winner that he had?
I believe so. We're going to get another look right here, like you said, Jeff. And for Smitty, you really can't ask for anything better because you know PFT serve on the other side will pose problems eventually.
The backhand winner for Smitty is what wins it there. 3-2 early on.
All right, 2 serving 3, and here's PFT serve. The best in the office when it's on.
When it's on, it is a
There it
nightmare,
is.
and that is the nightmare we are talking about. The best players have succumbed to that in a
Threes.
disastrous way.
Can he get cooking? It's no answers from Smitty so far. Let's see if he can make some adjustments on the fly.
Nice return there.
All right, so progress for Smitty. PFT does pick up the 3rd point, but he does engage in a medium-sized
What is
round.
it, 5-3?
5 serving 3.
This is where PFT wins his points. This is where he is tough to beat. You can beat him with your serve, but you have to scrape points away on his serve, and it's very hard to do.
One more serve for PFT. No answer from
Just
Smitty.
like that, a
And
sweep.
Jeff, 4 of those 5 points, Smitty didn't even return it back.
That's why
So
it's so critical that you
3-7.
win at least. Looks like we're getting
I'm adhering to
Gonna
Spider.
replay here just to double check. That is again why you have to scrape out probably 4 points. You got to scrape out 4 points against PFT a couple times in that serve because he is going to sweep you more often than not if you are not accustomed to returning that spin that he has. And like you said, when it is on, it is nasty, Jake. I know you've struggled with it at
Yeah.
times, and that is typically not a thing that you have many problems with.
There's a big learning
good, Spider?
curve. So we're back underway. It's 3 serving 7.
Okay.
And Jeff, remember, these Smitty service points just have so much more weight to them with PFT serve on the other side.
And there we go. That's a tough thing. You can't get broken on your serve against PFT because he will win his points when it flips back over to him.
Nice cross-court forehand from PFT, and he's starting to lock in.
He's got a bit of momentum here. Smitty has to stop it.
Ah,
There
shit.
it is.
There's an unforced error. Now the big
Shoot.
question, can Smitty capitalize? Remember, he took 3 out of his 5 service points the first time up. Now he's taking 1 of 3.
Has to go on a run here.
There's
Good
another
shot.
one.
There it is.
Good shot.
Smitty changing up the speed a little
Jam
bit,
me a little
changing
bit
up
on
the
that one.
pace.
Just something I've noticed as well, the ball location too. He went down the line
5-9?
there for a change.
5-9?
5 serving 9. One more serve for Smitty.
He can
Here in the
deploy a
midway
couple
point of this
serves.
first point.
Oh, good
Some
save.
help, but the slam from PFT is too much, and he is doubling up Smitty. It's 10 serving 5.
Yeah, big run here for
sorry.
PFT. Smitty able to weather the storm just a touch, and we'll see that slam again here on replay. Great save from Smitty, but PFT, that is in his wheelhouse. He is far too good to have that turn into anything other than a point for him. Smitty almost able to get it. Recoiled back.
All right,
I'm
Jeff,
really enjoying
so
Jeff
it's
Delo's
10
big beige
serving
outfit.
5, which you said
When
this
Jeff
is a
puts
bit
on
of
the
a danger
beige, that's
zone for
how you know
Smitty
it's-
as
that's
they're
like
after
Tiger
the
on
ball's back
Sundays.
PFT's
Exactly.
paddle.
It's not a beige boy, it's a beige man.
All
It
right,
is. I'm
10-5?
counting on my beige. You know it's a big day when I'm going all beige.
We're
Serve
seeing
again.
with
Tough.
those returns. Smitty
1-5?
just sailing them into the air. And again, some help from the net. Everything working for Mr. Commenter right now. The 35-year-old from Washington, D.C.
Sounds really depressing to be like, to say out loud that I'm 35.
There are not.
What am I
many.
doing? What am I doing with my life right now? Look at this.
PFT eating,
All right,
eating gummy bears,
12.
12-5? Okay.
digestive issues, and all.
Once again, too long from Smitty.
13-5.
You just don't get many rallies with PFT. That's the thing you'll start to notice in Stool streams here. You get very quick points. That serve,
13-5.
when it is on, people have a near impossible time returning it, Jake.
Jesus.
Another
As Smitty
clean
just
sweep. Kind of seeing Smitty's return, kind of like a parabola, if you remember from calculus. It's just a giant arc up and down.
I just could not remember that any less than I do, Jake.
Fair enough.
5, 15-5.
Yep.
Smitty being tripled up.
A little bit of a spin
Game
serve there
one.
from Smitty, trying to change things up.
Another unforced error, and it is 5-16. Smitty on life support here in our opening game.
Oh,
There's a slam.
A little bit of athleticism, a little spike there from Smitty. Maybe he can stop the bleeding a bit here.
6-6.
Into the net once again.
Forehand
Can't get out of his own way right now.
7-6.
Killing him here.
Ooh, some help once again from the net from Smitty.
7-7.
Can he get this one 3-2? Can he win this set of serves? That'd be big.
Remember, he did it the first time.
Remember, points matter. Points matter here in terms of Stool streams, Jake, obviously. Like, it does. It's not just the win. If you are on this app, it also matters what happens
18-7.
in the game beyond just the winner.
Who gets
Right,
better?
remember, the first zone in game 1 of match 1, which is question 2 on your Play Barstool app, is 0-31. So, Smitty would need to get to the 11 mark.
19-7.
If he doesn't, the 0-31 players will be in good luck.
Great forehand there by PFT, but
shot
Smitty, very
from Smitty.
defensive. Very defensive from Smitty, and it pays off
19-8.
for him.
19-8. That one long, and we have 12 game points for Mr. Commenter. Remember, sucker serve. Smitty will serve out until he loses, and he cannot lose on a serve. And that'll do it. In
Easy.
game 1, a 21-8 thrashing in
Boys.
game 1.
Too easy from Smitty, or from PFT there, 21-8. Forehand percentage, PFT was money there. 50% of his forehands hit, but his serve is what won the game for him. He was 92% on his serve in that game. Almost unbeatable. Big, big first match.
Convincing win for PFT, but Smitty was on the other side of that. And for more, we'll send it down the stream with Nick Tarani.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Smitty. Smitty, you lost pretty bad, huh?
Pretty bad. Very bad.
And you're not very good at this, are you?
I'm adequate, but you saw what we're dealing with there.
You heard it from him. He's not very good at this. Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot, Nick, and thanks to Smitty, keeping high spirits after that tough loss in
Nick
game
would
1.
know, Mr. Paddles won many youth tournaments back in his day in West Virginia before tearing an ACL when he was 17. Not sure we'll be seeing him compete here, but he is very good. So he has an eye for the skill.
Absolutely, Jeff. And let's get one more look at game point for PFT. A 21-8 victory in game 1 of match 1, and PFT with a beautiful winner cross court.
Yeah, that forehand very strong there. We haven't seen many opportunities in terms of rallies for PFT to show off his fourth outside of the serve, and he had it there, showing again that this match, anything outside of maybe Smitty winning on his serve, it's going to be very tough to beat PFT.
And remember, before we begin game 2, Jeff, we should remind everyone, in question 2 on your Play Barstool app, if you pick 0-31 in game 1, you are still alive, along with question 1. If you pick 2-0 Smitty, you are eliminated. However, 2-1 Smitty, 2-0 PFT, 2-1 PFT, you're still alive. And remember, Jeff, if you missed out on 2-0 Smitty, don't worry, you're still alive because we have a new little wrinkle if you want to explain what that is.
Yeah, you can win from the Barstool gift card if you go 0 for 6. If you miss all 6, which that may be harder than actually. I don't know. Like,
bounces on the other side
it's one of
and
those
then
things.
bounces
Like
right
when people
back
try to
over
do
the
the
net.
worst
Was that-
bracket, it's
I wanna
not
hit a
that
shot
easy. But
that,
if you
like,
go 0 for
bounces on the
6,
other side and
you
then
do have a
comes
chance to
right
win a
back
Barstool
over.
gift
Is
card.
that
So
possible
guess
to do,
what?
like, on a serve?
Stick with it
I
all the way
tried
through.
that.
If you already lost your bet, guess what? You have a chance to still win.
All right, so let's send it down the stream for game 2 in this match 1. We'll get an updated numbers when we do. And before we start, we actually just heard 5,108 are still alive out of more than 40,000, Jeff. So 1/8 of the submitters are
really
alive.
slowing
Everyone
down.
else eliminated already.
That's That's fantastic math, because I would not have figured out anything you just said there. But that means a lot of people are looking maybe for that 0 for 6. And PFT is a chance to close that out for anyone who had PFT winning 2-0.
0-0.
All right, so we're underway in game 2. So not a lot of people expected a blowout in this one. They didn't believe that it would be as quick of a game 1 as we just saw in 29 total points.
And the serve continues to be a problem for Smitty. He is up now to 93% success PFT is on his serve.
And there's the
Great
cross-court
forehand
slam
kill.
once again.
And you leave that open, too. It's not just the serve for PFT. He's better beyond that as
2-0.
well when it gets into a rally situation.
And remember, if you were either eliminated or you didn't get your picks in time, don't worry. You can still always download the Play Barstool app on the App Store.
Oh,
And this one's
that was
getting ugly
Jeff
early
just
on.
Yeah.
But
It's an ejaculation on the serve.
that was absolute
Jeff
filth from
ejaculate up
PFT there for a clean sweep on the first 5 serves, Jake. 5-0 early.
love 5.
94% serve success from PFT. He is just deadly right now.
Smitty locking in there to pick up a
Ooh.
point.
Smitty can win his points back on the serve, though. We've seen that. We've seen PFT on his heels a bit here. Oh, 2 in a row.
And by the way, Jeff, crunching the numbers a little bit more, it mentioned just more than 5,000 still alive. 88% of the field was eliminated in that first game. We have just 12.4% still alive.
Ooh, good shot.
Ooh.
Smitty.
Payback's a bitch.
Yep.
Get
Gonna
one
have
more
to
look
get
at this one.
Another look at that one.
3-6.
The truck is queuing something up.
Yeah, nice look. Some luck for Smitty.
Who's
He
in the
could
truck
certainly
today?
use it after that Game 1 debacle.
Ooh, heartbreaker.
Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you for saying bless you in our burp. Nobody does that.
Into the net for PFT. So Smitty does a good job there. Takes 4 of his 5 service points, and the deficit
6-4.
is just now 2 points. Oh, Smitty went for it all, was feeling aggressive. A chance to steal a service point there from PFT, but it backfired.
Got to get another look at that one, Jake. 7-4 now. Smitty down. Thought he might be able to sneak one back. Great save by PFT on the forehand
A
there.
little cheeky backhand from Smitty.
Very cheeky.
The
All right,
reverse.
so PFT back in the
Broken-
driver's seat.
broken
7-4.
wrist.
He has
All
yet
right,
to
7-4.
lose a service point in this game. We're seeing more issues with Smitty's receiving.
4.
Just very hard to beat right now with the serve.
And to the net for PFT. All right, that's what Smitty needs, Jeff. Finally breaking serve for once in Game 2.
8-5.
First time he's had it at all in this game, and maybe he can stay alive.
All right, back to back. And
Uh-oh.
Smitty's confidence
It's
definitely emerging.
growing
8-6.
a bit, and PFT a little irritated with that right there. He's not happy. It's a close game.
Ooh, could have used some help from that left edge. Wasn't in the bag.
6-9.
And the
Yeah.
paddle is back onto Smitty. 6 serving 9. Little small ball there. Comes back to bite Smitty.
Smitty looking up to the rafters a bit.
6-10.
For some advice, maybe for a more positive feeling, Jake. Great forehand by PFT. Undercut it, sliced it a little bit. Popped off of Smitty's paddle too long.
6-11.
Smitty can't give away too many of these service points. That one not close, and he is now getting doubled up.
6-12.
Time running out for Smitty.
That's bad show. 6-13.
Into the net. PFT just like that. Jeff steals all 5 receiving points.
That's very tough. To get
14-6.
broken completely by PFT is about as bad as it gets because you know he's going to lock in after a tough service last time. That's exactly what he
15-6.
does.
He is running away with this one. PFT playing for the first time on camera since overcoming an injury running into a beer throne during the grit stream. He was actually trailing
16-6.
yours truly 42-94 in a Game 2 100 and then had to retire after running into a beer throne.
Great save by Smitty there. Big racket flipper Smitty is there. Likes to twirl it up in the air.
Well, showmanship.
Maybe he was in, what's that thing
Score.
in high school?
7, 7, 15, 7,
baton
16.
twirling? What's that?
Oh,
What's it
color
say?
guard.
Color guard, that's
Score.
correct.
It is 16 serving 7.
16 serving 7.
Oh, PFT is locked in. Smitty had
Deadly.
no shot there, and he is up by double digits.
PFT is deadly right now.
17-7.
Another serve, one last serve
Oh,
for him here.
down the
Another
line.
sweep.
Nearly aced him, and
Wasn't a
Smitty is
sweep,
going
Beige.
to nearly need to run the table. 7 serving 18, Smitty is on life support.
We get last time 8.
Got to get one more
really
look at
feel
this
like
here.
shit.
Once again,
That
PFT
gummy
serve
bear.
just too much to handle.
Pepto helped them.
Smitty got the feet
Yeah, it did,
moving,
did.
but you need to just do more than that with PFT serve.
Some things are bigger than
Unfortunately, it's
sports. Some
almost
things are bigger than stool stream, Smitty.
untamable at times, Jake.
Helping your opponent out when he's dealing
All right,
with some
so
stomach issues is more than
Service
appreciate
back
that.
to
8-7.
Smitty.
7,
7,
8.
8.
Lost 8-21 in game 1. Now on the verge of getting swept. Help from the net once again from PFT, and Smitty just can't buy a break right now.
No, he can't. And you know what? Like, you could look at this score and say Smitty clearly the more inferior opponent. It's just tough to come in here and not play for months and go up against somebody like PFT, who is very locked in.
13
7.
match points for Smitty, or for PFT, excuse me. And that's it. A 21-8, 21-7 beatdown by PFT commenter, securing the 2-0 sweep. So that will be the correct answer to question 1 in your Play Barstool app, along with the 0 to 31 range already settled in question 2. And we're going to send it down the stream with Nick, who's down with our champion.
I'm here with PFT commenter. PFT, you battled through adversity. You made Jeff D-Lo come in his beige pants. And most importantly, you got the win. When this becomes a Lifetime movie, who do you want to play you?
You know what? I'm just thinking who I want to play Jeff D-Lo's come. That's all where my head's at right now because Jeff just straight up nutted all over the place. But the answer is Post Malone.
Post Malone.
Post Malone.
You heard it here first, folks. Back to you.
Thanks so much, Nick. And you got to tip your cap to PFT there. Smitty was a little rusty. We knew that would be the case, but
Right.
PFT just made sure this was a no-doubter.
Yeah, he broke Smitty a bunch. Smitty had his serve broken 70% of the time, but it comes down to the serve for PFT. Anyone in here, whether it's Smitty, whether it's you, whether it's Hank, you have to beat PFT's serve or you really don't stand a chance. 82% success rate for PFT, forcing backhand and forehand errors from Smitty. The match went about as you would expect, but that's what you said, though. It's kind of a warm-up for Smitty. He'll be back, and he'll be better. He just had a long layoff, and it's tough to go up against someone like PFT right when you come back.
Right, Jeff. And before we shift our focus to match 2, for Smitty, you got to take small victories. He had some momentum at certain points there. It's just the returning of the service which really shot him in the foot.
And this is what you get. You can see it right now. Smitty, after a loss or a win, you're going to get this very stonewalled look on his face. Whether he wins this morning like he did in trivia on radio or he loses here against PFT, there's not much of a reaction. You can't get much out of him. He's kind of a wild card, but he will be back, like I said. He will play much better, I'm assuming, next time, for the next time that he's loaded into the Play Barstool app. But right now, PFT reigns the day, even though I imagine he's about to have a horrible bout of whatever he's going to battle on the toilet after this.
Yes, a hot gummy bear for PFT, but that was nothing compared to a 21-8, 21-7 sweep over Smitty. So that'll do it for our first match. And Jeff, now we'll shift gears into match number 2. This is a very thick rivalry, to say the least. We've got Frankie Borelli taking on Hubs. And Frankie, he doesn't have experience as of recent, but against Hubs, he knows the ins and outs of his game.
Yeah, these two play a lot, not just, well, they had played a lot. Again, this is a matchup that is a little more evened out from the pandemic, them not coming in here because they both didn't play for months. They did warm up last week. I'm hearing some inside information that Frankie actually bested Hubs a couple times at the end of last week, but they know each other very well. Two very distinct gameplay styles. Hubs is a backhand guy. Frankie very in your face with a forehand. Pretty good serve as well. Two very tough people to beat from anyone. And people will note, Hubs dressed like he's in athletic wear. Frankie in the Frankie gear, which is jeans and a nicer shirt. It's not like a T-shirt out of a bag. Looks like he paid probably like $25, $30 for that shirt at a nice store that might have things at lower cost. That's his style. That's how he plays. It's going to be intense. If you like yelling, you're going to get that here. There's a lot of yelling and a lot of anger at each other and at themselves.
No doubt. So that is our what's on the docket for match 2. And Jeff, remember, we have today's broadcast as well, but in just less than 48 hours, we're going to run it back with some Jenga. 3 superb matches on hand. We'll start things off with Fights in Casey versus Vibs and Robbie, and then turn our focus to Glenny Smitty versus Nate and Brandon. And we'll wrap things up with Liz and Tommy Smokes against Big Cat and PFT. A lot of new faces, but it should be nothing short of electric on Wednesday.
Jenga is insane. That's just all. Like, there's nothing else to say about that. Jenga, who would have thought Jenga could be so exciting? You and I have done dozens of test matches, and look, not to be biased to one sport, I think it's my favorite. It is an absolute blast because really the skill level is so evened out. But I will say, again, I think the part of my take, guys, you guys played so much Jenga on that grit stream
Right.
that you have a bit of an advantage. I mean, anytime you get Smitty versus Nate, it's going to be quite exciting.
No doubt. And we mentioned we played Jenga last week. You can always check out our YouTube channel. We have the entirety of that opening broadcast. Myself and Dave Portnoy were on the call for that one. We had more than 45,000 submissions, 7 winners that split the progressive jackpot of $500. But today, we are down to 2,829 folks remaining out of more than 40,000 after going a perfect 2 for 2 so far.
Again, if you go 0 for 6, though, you can also win. If you go I now coveted 0 and 6. If you don't win, you do win something, a Barstool gift card. So not done yet if you're 0 for.
Not at all. So our 2 players in match 2 begin warming up. And Jeff, let's set the stage for a quick moment here as they get loose for a second. Frankie and Hubs, you know, according to Hubs, he leads the series 29-9 overall. But as of recent, Frankie says it's been more of a 50-50 battle.
It seems, I don't know how recent. I mean, again, they haven't played too much, but again, it sounds like Frankie did beat him a bunch last week. Frankie does have a fairly iconic moment off stream in this room against professional tennis player Tommy Paul. He was the only one to beat the tennis player, so Frankie has that under his belt as well. Again, it's a matchup of friends, but also rivals. And they're already showing off just in the warm-up.
All right, so we're just about ready to go if the 2 players want to rally for serve Ping to start this thing off.
Frankie, a big games and activities guy. Guy loves cornhole. Golf's a sport, but, you know, kind of in that same vein. And, of course, ping pong.
Feels a little dead.
I'm sure he's good at darts. I'm sure he's good at Jenga. If it's something that can be played at like a tailgate, Frankie's probably good at it.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to rally Ping for serve.
P-I.
You can at least judge someone by how hard they go after it in the Ping.
Right. You don't want to show off too much.
And that's what Frankie does. There. Frankie, he's not messing around today.
All right, so away we go. Best of 3 to 21. Win by 2. Sucker serve in play. Remember, this is questions 3 and 4 on your Play Barstool app.
If you like rallies, you didn't get a lot of them in the last match, you're going to get them here. You will get a lot more rallies in this one and the next one, I assume, with you and Hank.
Another medium-sized rally for Frankie and Hubs, but 2 forehand errors for Frankie has him in a love 2 hole. Long
2-1.
Hubs. And Jeff, you mentioned this when we were previewing this match. Expect a lot of vocals in this match from both players.
Yeah, they're very loud players, and they get very angry at each other and themselves. I would actually almost say mostly themselves. There you go, right there, Jake.
I'm just pathetic.
Already mad at himself.
Down 3-1 and already calling himself pathetic.
Oh, you.
Frankie Borelli in a 1-4 hole. We're going to get one more look here as Frankie only takes 1 serve out of 5. And remember, Hubs has had a lot more practice leading up to this match than Frankie.
Yeah, he has, and they played a little bit last week, but again, they did have a fair amount of time off, but they looked rather locked in. It doesn't look like they had all that much time off at all.
Torn shoulders.
4 serving 1. Now the Syracuse grad, 1 of 2 playing in today's schedule. Full serve.
Bit of an under his breath there from Frankie that he tore his shoulder. He just wanted to note that.
5-1.
5 serving 1.
Oh, gosh.
Frankie Borelli, the 5'11", 170
Oh,
pound,
God.
27-year-old from
Figure
East
it
Meadow,
out.
New York.
6-1.
Yelling at himself as it starts to slip away from him.
Service fault.
That's big.
Huge.
For Hubs.
Get me back. 6-2.
Service error from Hubs maybe again can stop the bleeding. We talked about that in the last match with Smitty, but I think Frankie much more adept to stopping the bleeding. Almost a great shot there from Hubs. Got down low with that backhand, but Frankie maybe picking it up a little bit here.
Hubs, when we got the chance to talk to him before the match, he said his strategy was to get in Frankie's head and allow him to make every mistake. And so far, he's done a splendid job of that so far. But
6-4.
an error, and the serve is back to Frankie, down 4-6.
Huge, wins the last 3 serves of that set of 5 for Hubs, but then gives one right back, Jake. Another forehand error long, and he's giving him back, and he is pissed. He is very frustrated.
Being doubled up right now, 4 serving 8.
5-8.
And by the way, Jeff, you just got the word from our truck. We have some advanced saber metrics for you as to who picked who. Remember, question 3 is what's at stake right now.
No, you stupid.
19% picked Frankie to sweep. 18% picked Hubs to sweep. The most popular pick, Frankie 2-1 with exactly 35% of picks.
I'll be very surprised if this thing does not go the distance. This does not go 3 games. They've evened up a little bit here.
Yeah.
As Frankie gives them back, but still, And 9-6. This thing is close, and this thing incredibly far from over. Though Hubs does break him 3 times.
9-6.
9 serving 6. Help from the net from Frankie, and he could start to use some of those breaks on the tape.
Not sure a tight net would have made much of a difference there. It was a nice little soft shot. Hubs a little too far. Hubs big time mover. He'll move all around the floor there. Which is usually what you do, but again, you're like the
9-8.
Patriots.
That
You don't
leads
know
no
much about those
more.
injuries there.
Very
That's for a
minuscule.
later time. Right now we're focused on game 1 of match 2 between Frankie and Hubs.
Oh, it's 9-9. You were winning like 10
We're
seconds
all
ago.
tied up.
A lot of
Frankie,
trash talk there.
trash talk.
Very, very
Nice.
mundane, muted trash talk, but it was loud enough to be trash talk.
Oh, I'm
Long
winning
from
now.
Hubs, and Frankie Borelli has his first lead of the day.
I'm winning the game right now.
4 breaks here for Frankie. Oh, he got a little too fired up.
Huge
He
missed opportunity.
wanted that one.
Wait.
All
Ends the
even at
4-0
10.
run.
Can I check my Whoop band, see what my heart rate's at right now?
Wants to
Square
check his
at
heart
10
rate.
could have taken a 2-point lead, but missed the slam.
A lot of spin there. You actually saw that ball from Hubs. It hung up in the air.
We're at
Kind
110.
of caught Frankie. Says he's
have a heart
110
attack
heart
in the
rate
game.
right now.
Maybe.
That's a little horrifying. They're only 20 points into a possible 3-match series here.
Oh, once again, he misses the slam, and this
I
is a
actually
bit of
almost threw it out of my shirt.
irony here, Jeff, because when we talked to Frankie before the match,
shoulder
he said the
problem.
best part of his game was his aggressive kill shots, but he has 2 forehand slam errors right there.
12-10? 10
Too aggressive
11-10.
there.
11-10?
It is 10 serving 11.
Man of honor.
Oh, and he swings and
I got a shoulder
misses.
problem right now. I'm telling you.
Jeff, another look at this one. Frankie was
You don't
trash
seem to have that
talking
when you
on
win
that
the
big
point.
run
I
to
know,
erase the
I'm
deficit, and
telling
just
you,
like
I'm
that,
telling
he's
you.
down by 2 once again.
Wait. I'm going to show you miss.
Big time excuse made before that one by Frankie. Whiffs on the backhand there. And now, right now, they're just beating each other on the opponent's serve.
Hubs, no answer there. Tried going down the line. Can Frankie even things up?
Hubs breaks that trend a
11-12.
bit there.
12-11, yeah.
11 serving 12.
We've heard too much aggression, torn shoulder from Frankie, but despite all that anger, calling himself pathetic and all,
So
he's
bad.
And once again, we are tied.
I'm in pain. Someone get me some ice?
No.
Oh,
what
catching
a
the edge.
shot.
Frankie was not ready for that one.
It caught the edge and it had a heap of spin.
How in the world did that thing
I'm
hit?
going to watch right now.
That was well
Look
within
at
range.
that thing. He had a chance
Oh,
at it,
no,
but
it's
the
this
spin
next
was
one. It's this next one.
lethal. Oh, here it is right. Catches the edge, but still, again, very clearly in. Nuts top spin. Frankie not able to corral it. Hubs with the lead after 25 points here.
13.
Even as a game as you'll ever see in the short history of Stool Streams. Presented
No!
by Harvey and Hart Seltzer.
Goalkeeper counted that other one as a backhand win for Hub, but then he loses on his own serve. Here gives one right back tied up.
13 apiece.
They keep breaking each other's serve. It's fascinating to watch because these are two very solid players, Jake.
Oh, what
what
a
a
shot
kill.
by Frankie. A no doubter with a down the line slam.
There's that Frankie kill shot. It's devastating to have that thing be fired at you. There's not much you can do. Lethal.
13, 14.
Hubs
Oh,
with another
my
backhand winner.
goodness.
And if that's the second time this game, Jeff, that Frankie has swung and missed on the
Crazy.
left side.
Hey, you see the ball? Like, what's
Another
going on? Like, use
whiff.
your eyes.
14s.
Yelling at himself. Said he can't see anything.
To the net for Hubs. And Jeff,
non-competitive
just
shot.
as someone gets some
Does
momentum,
Nick say anything? Or
They
he
end it
stands
on
there
their
and
own
actually-
paddle.
looks at us.
Okay.
They're weirded
making
out
me
by
feel
Nick,
very
who will
uncomfortable.
interview them
Freaked
at
out
the
by Nick.
half. Mr. Paddles, again, a former
14,
teenage
15.
champion back in West Virginia. 49 state titles before tearing his ACL.
Yeah!
oh, long from Frankie. And we are even at 15.
There's just no momentum here at all. This is an incredible match to watch. A match
We're not
filled
even
with
playing
errors,
well.
but it is
It's the worst rally
exciting
we've
as
had,
can
like,
be.
ever. Oh, good serve.
Long from Hubs. Compliments his opponent. Another error, and Frankie's serve beginning to lock in.
15.
This has been the thing. No one's been able to win on their serve. Whoever can start winning on their serve looks like they're going to take this one.
What a shot
yeah.
from Hubs!
Great shot.
Jeff, another look at this one. Hubs' knee was nearly touching the turf, but he somehow got it up for the winner.
Hubs, big tennis guy, moves all around the court here. His movement makes him very tough to beat. Great backhand. Put a shitload of spin on that. Excuse my
17-16.
language there, Jake, but I had to say it. Frankie not able to return it. Huge moment there for Hubs as Frankie was building some momentum.
Yeah.
And we're all tied up, 17 apiece. The biggest serve of the day from Frankie before the ball goes back to Hubs' paddle.
It's again, no one can pick up those 3 or 4 point momentum, and he's too aggressive. He mentioned he was being too aggressive on the forehand, and it bites him there.
Come on.
18, 17.
Hubs with the lead and 5 serves
God.
ahead.
Let's do a good job.
Getting close to potential overtime here, though. Uh-oh.
Hubs
Slipping
has a
away
2-point
touch.
lead. 19 serving
19,
17.
19 turning 17.
Long
Oh,
from
my
Frankie, and it's
goodness.
3 game points for Hubs. Sucker serve for Frankie.
Hubs does this. I believe that's 4 in a row for Hubs. He is a big runs and comeback guy.
Into the net for Hubs. A little aggressive there, but he did have
so
3
greedy.
points to work with. That's 1 match point saved from Frankie. Game point,
A
excuse
little
me.
aggressive. Why not? He has some things, like you said, Jake, that he can work with here.
Oh, what a shot from
lethal.
Frankie!
It may not be worth trying things out there. You need to just potentially be methodical because when Frankie finds that forehand, tough to return, and he got it right there.
Can he save 1 more? And we are going to extra time. 20 all. Players will now alternate every point as Hubs loses an opportunity to take game 1, 3 points in a row.
Brutal. Now you have to win by 2. Hubs had 3 chances to do it after making a run of 4 in a row. On the other side, Frankie able to stave that off. Hubs not able to close this one out.
So 20 all. No more sucker serve. Alternating every point.
Must win by 2, Jake. For those who thought this
Into
match
the
would
net
go
for
long,
Hubs, and Frankie has the ball on his paddle to try and close this one out.
for those who thought this would go long, that's exactly what they got.
What a comeback from Frankie Borelli!
Oh!
5 in a row to close it out. Saves 3 game points and takes game 122 to 20.
He is fired up. He called himself pathetic on only the 4th point, all the way back multiple times. Grabs the game 1 victory, Jake. Oh, my.
Only 1 game in the books, but we're going to send it down the stream with Nick, who is with our game 1 winner.
Frankie.
Oof.
The talk of the town was the pants.
Yep.
Must say you're filling them out, but would you call yourself an inspiration to other men self-conscious to wear shorts?
Well, you know what it is? You need to pay to see these legs. Okay, I'm not going to give you a free pass at these things. And the problem with Hubs is he gets in his head. You look like Roger Federer out here. This is a game. This is a backyard game. You go in your basement, you play a little ping pong. So I showed up what I was wearing. I don't need to get changed to play this game and beat him. I just showed that.
You heard it here. Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Nick. And Frankie definitely loosening up a little bit, Jeff, here after taking the last 5 points and saving 3 game points.
Yeah, again, it comes a long way from calling himself pathetic, said maybe his shoulder was hurt. He had a bit of a celebration in a dancer. We usually just get the Jordan shrug from people, but this was a bit of a paddle flip and then like some sort of, I don't know exactly what that is. It's not river dancing. It's crossing his
a little
legs.
shuffle.
A little crisscross shuffle.
that?
Hey, that's a wedding dance, Jake. It's a bit of a wedding dance.
Absolutely, and we have some updated numbers for you. Remember, 17.8% of you picked Hubs to sweep. Unfortunately for you, you are eliminated, but now question 4 is on the hot seat, Jeff. It's all about the winning margin in this one.
Yeah, and again,
my
fascinating in that game was the serves. These two players are players that don't make many mistakes. 104 heart rate from
You can
Frankie.
keep that thing, see where it goes.
We're going to keep an eye on that throughout. That's
What happens
again
if you
a
just
little.
die in the match? Do I win?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
All right,
remember,
we ready
it's
to
just
rock?
game 2 here for the margin of
I
victory.
don't know if 105 is high, but it might be concerning playing table tennis and a very cold room too. So
Yes,
the
the
elements are prime.
chilliest room in the
Okay,
office. So away we go on game 2.
Do I get
Frankie
serve or
looks to
we
sweep.
do,
Is he serve?
or do we do rally?
Winner serves.
Okay. Good luck.
All right. So remember,
Frankie-
question 4.
Frankie had his serve broken 54% of the time last time. Hubs 61%.
1-0.
That's where Frankie had the advantage. They both broke each other a ton on serve.
1-1.
A little more even off the start here. Curious if anyone goes on a run. That's the type of game you're going to see out of this. That's the only thing rare about that last game, especially if you're going to be picking these guys in the future is that it was a game based on error. Usually it's a game based on winners between the two of them, but that's usually the score between them.
2-1.
2,829 of you still alive for that
Great
progressive
forehand.
jackpot as Hubs gets some confidence back with a nice forehand winner.
Alternating there, a big forehand winner from Hubs, big backhand guys. Usually what you're
Two.
going to see him win with. Changes it up a bit.
I can't believe that hit.
Great spin from Frankie on the
3-2.
backhand.
2-3.
They alternate every single point there.
2 serving 3 for Hubs.
You're what?
Frankie, it
Oh,
seems
yeah.
to be a high-risk, high-reward move with those slams. That one misses way long.
Got to see this one from Frankie right here on replay. Jake, alternating points each time here.
Just not close for that one.
Just a bit too strong. He said it. He said he was a little too aggressive on his forehand.
Ready? 3-3.
All right, 3 apiece.
Oh, delicate flower.
It's a delicate flower.
I don't really know what that means, but
Just a,
4-3.
just a word, I guess.
try to figure it out for yourselves, I guess. Another nice backhand slice from Hubs.
I'm missing
Cross
the
court.
ball.
That was a really nice play.
Crazy.
Yeah, Hubs on a bit of a roll here now.
5-3.
Picks up the 5-3 lead. 3 points in a row.
And for Hubs
Nice
especially,
again,
Jeff,
though.
this is where the mental side comes in because he gave up 3 game points in game 1, but now he's got to put that in the rearview mirror. He's done a solid job so far with the 5-4
5-4.
advantage.
He's usually the comeback guy, too. Usually he plays from that
Yes.
angle and then decimates people on the extra points. But he wins 4-1 on that set of serves, which is huge because we have not seen that at all. These two both broke each other a ton on serve. Hubs able to hold court there.
We're serving 6. Frankie serve. Remember, ball could be in play.
That was our first opportunity there.
Yep.
It went up into the rafters but came back down. Looks like it hit off a light.
5-6.
Remember, anything but the back walls.
Oh, and that was
Are
a
in play.
nasty serve from Hubs, but it didn't matter. Or from Frankie. Hubs able to corral it,
5-7.
and Frankie not able to do anything with it.
Remember, margin of victory in this game alone is what you're
Oh.
looking for in question
Oh.
4. And what a point. Frankie's forehand is locked in.
I don't know if we absolutely need a replay on that one. You got to check this one out. This was fantastic from both sides. Great forehand from Frankie, stays in, and Hubs was almost able to have it land on the back of the table, but one of the best rallies we've seen yet, Jake.
Some help from the
6-7.
tape, but Frankie will take it, trying to sweep Hubs. Oh, a swing and a miss. Talk
big
about
whiff.
opposite ends of the spectrum with the forehand.
Big whiff there.
Come on.
Not much needs to be broken down on this replay, Jeff.
No,
It's the
it's
most unathletic
again,
video
he's
of all
whiffed 3
time.
times, but he
Watch this.
won the first match, so I feel like you can't feel too bad about it.
Yikes.
He knew it, too. He
Delete
knew
it.
it mid-swing that he had a full-blown whiff.
6-8.
One more serve for Frankie. Backhand works. Now a short forehand to try to fool Hubs. Help from the tape. He'll take it once again. And his deficit is now just 1 as the ball goes back to Hubs' side.
So,
Yeah, he really
Yeah,
did need that
8-7.
there. Hubs
Yeah.
was starting to hit a bit of a tear.
Oh, that's the 3rd point this game that Frankie gets help from the top of the net. Gives it a little smooch.
Frankie,
Yeah.
very theatrical. You're going to get antics. You're going to get things like dances, kissing the net. You're going to get everything from Frankie.
Oh,
No help from the
9-8.
net right there.
I've never tried that shot in my life.
Good time to do it.
Hubs takes the
Crazy.
lead back.
9-8.
Long from
Long.
Hubs.
9s.
And we're even at 9.
Back and forth. This is exactly what I expected here. If these two are facing each other on Stool streams, I'm
No
telling
tip?
you, little
No.
tip.
Probably
Little
going
tip.
3.
No.
Didn't sound like that hit at all. Frankie
even
looking
close.
for it. We do not have the ability.
What's the score here?
I wasn't
We don't
close.
have the
10-9.
technology in here, but I'm pretty confident.
Wait a minute, what's
That
the
did
score?
not hit.
10-9 minutes.
10 serving
Which is
9.
9s.
Short from Frankie. Hubs taps back. Forehand good. Frankie saves.
Yeah.
And Hubs' forehand too much for Frankie on the cross court.
Yep, big there from Hubs with the 2-point lead now crossing the 20-point total barrier here. Got to get a replay on that one, Jake, as Hubs trying to even this series up at 1 game apiece after having a couple match points that flew by, or excuse me, game points that flew by him in the first one. Great angle there. You saw the power that Hubs put into that. And the second it hit Frankie's pedal, he knew he lost the point.
All right, so ball back on Frankie's
9-11.
side, trailing 9-11.
Let.
Let, so of course it is a redo.
Serve back over here. Hubs has been pretty good on the serve in this game, Jake, where he was probably the reason why he lost the first one,
10-11.
broken a few too many times.
Oh.
Tough error for Frankie there. In terms of the mental game, Jeff, we've seen it taking a toll on both players. When we talked to
13-11?
Frankie earlier
No,
on,
12 time.
he said Hubs
12-10.
is never going to get in his head because he's already there first himself.
There he is. Come on. Wait for that.
Wow, it looks like he just goaded him into
What's
what
the score
looks
here?
like
10.
I'm serving 13.
failed serve. He was waiting for that. He said, there he is. That must be a thing. I haven't seen. It must be a thing that Frankie does
And
every now and then on serve.
I can confirm. Hubs said Frankie will crumble with every service error.
Okay.
13.
Let's keep an eye on that as it is. Maybe, I don't want to say it's getting away from him, but Hubs does have an advantage again here.
Nice shot from
God.
Frankie
Great shot.
deep on the left side of the table. His deficit now just 1 as Hubs takes the serve back.
So not much of a crumble there at all.
13-12.
Long from Hubs.
I literally went
We're even
blind
at 13.
mid-point there.
Remember,
I don't know how.
margin
I
of
stopped
victory
seeing
in this
anything.
game. If
13.
you picked 12 plus, which is only 1.1% of you, you are eliminated. And Jeff, based on the way this thing is going, it's going to go deep, deep past 20
Weird.
points.
I will be very surprised, Jake, if this one does not go
13.
into alternating serve past 20.
Opportunity for Frankie. He could have slammed it. May have fooled Hubs a little bit with the soft return.
What is
Forehand error there.
14-13.
what's the score?
Is
Now it's a lead for
is
Frankie.
13 serving 14.
Despite, you would never know from Frankie that he was winning a match like this, the way he reacts as Hubs ties it back up.
Even at 14 apiece. So if you picked 9 to 11 in the winning margin, which was just 5.4% of you, you are eliminated as well.
14.
Oh, how'd that hit?
Nice
Oh,
shot from
my.
Hubs.
I thought that was going to hit the net.
Fantastic shot.
I thought for sure that was going to hit the net.
Absolutely.
No, went over.
One of the best shots we've
That was
seen
coming in
so
100 miles
far
an
here
hour.
today. Frankie perplexed by it right now. Hands on his hips. Has no idea how this one stayed in.
Look at that backhand cross.
Oh, that thing
slice.
popped. Just popped right off the paddle. Frankie had nothing he could do there.
point.
And if you're unfamiliar with
14?
Hubs as a player, he is a backhand player. He will live and die with that shot.
He will. He will. Every now and then he'll mix in the forehand, but other than his serve, it's always a
Yeah.
backhand shot.
There
And
it
that
is
was a
once
big
again.
swing.
Come on.
Huge three-point swing, Jake.
Wake up.
Ball back on Frankie's
up.
paddle in a 14-16 hole.
Great rally.
But Frankie into the net.
Hubs breaks him again on the serve, though.
14-17. Down the line for a change. Now Frankie down the line.
Yeah.
Oh, Frankie! Back-to-back slam errors, and Hubs, I believe, Jeff, this is his biggest lead of the entire match in 4 points.
4 points is huge. You're right around the territory, though, where Frankie came back in the last match. Can he do it again? The forehand, that hit off the bottom of the paddle, not exactly where he wanted it. And now he finds himself in quite the hole.
14 serving 18. What a
Oh,
shot
oh
once
my.
again. Hubs' backhand is locked in.
Absolutely locked in right there, Jake. There was nothing, once again, that Frankie could do to get to that ball. It was in no man's land.
14-19. Serve from Frankie. Oh, what a slam
no.
from Hubs. That
Oh,
may be the shot of the
my.
day, Jeff.
That right there was the best shot of the day. 200 miles an hour that thing might have topped out at. He has broken Frankie 4 consecutive serves there. That thing off frame in a flash on the replay. Watch this again. Oh my. That thing was back
What was
at
it
him right
now?
after he hit it
2014,
already. That's how
2014.
quickly that thing went down the line.
14 serving 20. Remember, margin of victory 6-8 has 2 chances to win here. That hits, that's out, remember.
It's out.
Not like tennis. If it's past the table, doesn't matter. The point is over.
Point 15.
So Hubs took a couple cavalier shots last time when he had the advantage, and it didn't pay off.
And
Yeah.
that's it! 21-15 Hubs. Congrats to those who picked the 6-8 margin of victory. 32.23% of you. And we will play a sudden death game 3. But before that, let's send it down the stream with Hubs and Nick Tarani.
Hubs, thousands of people watched you blow the last game in a very embarrassing fashion. What prevented you from that happening again?
I just wanted to put on a show. Lose the first game, win the second game. I mean, now we get a show. Game 3, let's go. I'm excited.
Any response to Frankie calling this just a game?
No, this is war. This is blood. We're going to shed blood here. This is everything. He didn't take this seriously, and that's on him.
Back to you guys.
Thanks so much, Nick. And you got to tip your cap to Hubs' mental game there because he had an ultimate meltdown. If you're just joining us, Hubs led 2017 in game 1. He blew it. Frankie scored 5 in a row, 122-20. But Hubs, what a response in game 2.
He is fired up, too. This is where it gets heated.
Yeah.
This is where it does not. I think many the jokes won't be in this game here. Not many jokes from Frankie. Not much dancing. They're going to be locked in. They're going to be serious. This is the first time in the official Stool stream that they've played each other. You know that one's going to have a little more weight than the rest of the matches they've had together.
Absolutely. Let's start things off for game 3. Hubs will have the serve because he won game 2. No, it's winner. Okay. Previous winner serves.
Okay, here we go.
Winner keeps serve.
And here we go.
Being a good rules official there as well.
1 game to 21 for all the marbles. Thanks for joining us here inside Stool Stream Stadium, presented by High Noon Hard Seltzer.
2-0 already.
2 forehand
Frankie
airs.
already beating himself up.
The key to that last game, if you go back and look at the stats, was Hubs was able to beat him on the serve where he wasn't able to do that in the first one. Already off to a good start here, Jake.
2-0.
Changed up the serve style there too, but still got the win.
Frankie won game 1 22-20 after it went to extra time. Hubs responded with a 21-15 statement.
3-7.
Now 1 game for everything.
4.
Into the net for Frankie. Hubs looking for the service sweep here.
Frankie's balling out a little bit, though. Frankie's most tense moments are within the first 5 points. He begins to calm down after that, and it's usually
pathetic!
I was gonna say with something like that, but he does have the forehand air, and that is a service sweep for Hubs. That's huge.
Love 5. Can Hubs continue the momentum? It's love 6, and Jeff, I think it's time. There's 11-0 is a skunk.
11-0 is in play. Don't know how many times we've seen it in here.
It's happened a few. That's 7 for Hubs.
Oh my.
Could we have history?
Oh, just missed that thing. Almost nicked the side of the table too.
Hubs telling himself now, got to get past that. Kind of like a no-hitter, Jeff, where, all right, you lose the milestone, but you still just want to win the game.
Exactly, but he's still 8-1, Jake. You know, it's not quite over yet. I don't want to rule Frankie out, but Hubs does seem to be a little locked in. Can't give away many points though.
8-2.
8-2 Hubs, so he is definitely in the driver's seat in this decisive game 3, but one of a rare error in game 3.
Yeah, he said it was a dumb shot. Maybe tried something a little different there, but with an 8-2 lead, he does have a little bit of wiggle room to do something like that.
8-2.
Long from Frankie. By the way, Jeff, an update from our Play Barstool app. We started them with more than 40,000, down to 798. Still a perfect 3 for 3 thus far.
Cannot wait to see how many get eliminated after this, but people are getting weeded out real quick. Ping pong.
Close to in play. Remember, it's the Tropicana field rules. Could have been in play.
Say ping pong, very tough game to predict, especially with a match between these two guys, which could go any way. But Hubs' serve right now is very tough to beat for Frankie.
And remember, if you're not a perfect 3 for 3, there are still more than 13,000 of you who are 0 for 3. Remember, one player who goes 0 for 6 today will get a $50 Barstool Sports store gift card. So there's still a lot.
If you're 0 for 4 after this, you're in really good shape. Hubs so far 7 of 8 on serves here in this game.
Too long from Hubs. Frankie going to need a run sooner rather than later.
This could be it right here. Now's his moment as he's about to get the serve back too.
Too long. And Hubs leads by 7. It's 4 serving 11.
He liked that backhand, and you can just tell he was very surprised it didn't hit.
5-11. Frankie going to need to win the majority of his serves. A beautiful serve. Still in play. Hubs short.
By Hubs. Hubs short.
Frankie slices back, and here comes Frankie.
After all that speed in that rally, sets up Frankie's wheelhouse, but Hubs able to shorten the table a little bit there.
11-6.
Now Frankie's only down 5, Jake.
A tough one there to Hubs double him up, and you saw Hubs with a mild fist pump. He knew Frankie was starting to get some momentum before that point.
He needed to stop it, and he did, Jake.
Let from Frankie.
That's the moment to remember, I think, in this game.
Yep.
I can't hit anything.
Too strong. As Frankie's deficit
God.
expands. 6-13 in game 3.
You have to figure he's going to talk about his forehand. His forehand errors have been what sunk him here. He mentioned that he's a little too aggressive on the forehand, and I think it has been a bit of a difference here in these last 2 games. Because when he was working with it in the first one, he did end up picking up that victory.
13-7. Frankie has no choice but to steal some serves here from Hubs.
8 of 10 on serves in this
There's
one
some help
game.
from the tape.
Okay, that was big.
Remember, we saw a lot of that in game 1, which Frankie won by 2. He's going to need some more luck here in this decisive game 3. Now down by 4 after stealing back-to-back serves.
Not over yet, Jake.
Huge.
Oh! Once again, Jeff, we're seeing Frankie build up a little streak, but then it comes crashing under his own
14-9.
fault.
Can't really
Yeah.
get past that 4-point barrier, Jake.
14-9.
Oh,
Nice slam from
my.
Frankie. He's been waiting for that.
Almost.
He's missed a couple of them in the past, but Jeff, that one was a no-doubter.
Rack up that replay for this one. Frankie finally got the shot he wanted with the forehand. He wasn't happy with his last few. Hubs actually had a pretty good defensive return of it, but it was just a little
No.
too fast.
14-10.
Yeah.
14-10, a humongous serve here for Hubs.
Has to break him here.
And he got it!
Bad.
Ball back on Frankie's paddle, and Jeff, he is down by 3.
You can see the eyes of Frankie right now, the seriousness. He's locking in. He's believing that he can do it. He didn't check out, but he was starting to feel it a bit there when he was down
Yes.
by a lot.
But there it is, once again, an unforced error to make the Hubs lead 4.
Yeah, the forehand error is stacking up a
Oh.
bit here, and it is hurting him big time.
11-15. There's this forehand slam winner once again, 12-15.
Come on.
Remember, Frankie was down love 7 in this game and now trails by just 3. Make it 2, 13-15. It's a one-point
my
game.
Goodness, it is long.
Frankie can tie it up right here after being down by as many as 7.
Great
And
shot
we're all
by
tied
Frankie.
up.
Unbelievable amount of spin from Frankie. Takes 4 out of 5 serves after being broken on the first one, and just like that, these two again are tied up, Jake.
15 apiece. Hubs misses an easy shot, and Frankie takes his first lead.
This all started with one break of Hubs from Frankie that started a run of winning 4 out of 5 serves, and he won 4 out of 5 of his own, and he has this big lead now.
Another unforced error. An unreal change of momentum. 15-17. Frankie locked in. Hubs far from it.
10 of the last 12 points have gone to Frankie. Oh, that
That
stopped
could be a
it.
big one.
That stopped a big run. And Hub, this is where Hubs he likes to play, though, from this position. He's a big comeback guy.
16 serving 17. Hubs is led by as many as 8. Frankie's just coming off his first lead. Cross-court Hubs save. Now down the line. Slam good. Return good. Still alive. Long rally. Oh! Did it hit? Did it hit?
100%.
It hit! Unbelievable shot!
My
Come on.
play of the
Come
day.
on.
Absolute play of the day.
Oh.
Jeff, we have to start this one from the top. By far the point of the day, the point of Stool streams in the short-lived history. Look at this point and look at this finish. Keep an eye on the bottom right of your screen, that right edge of the table.
This rally was as good as anything we've seen in here, anything I've ever seen in this room, on air or not. And right here, great return on the backhand from Hubs. Frankie able to slam it. I think it's going to be the next one right here. Yes, and it just next the side of the table grazes it so slightly. He heard it too.
Oh, yeah.
It changes
Oh,
direction
yeah.
last. I don't think I can run it back one more time. It changes direction here. The forehand, the light forehand touch off the spin backhand from Hubs. And it just moves a bit to the right, enough for a huge pivotal point
Oh, baby.
to make it 18-16, Jake.
Superb work by our control room.
Best in the
And
business, Jake.
All business, Pete, Andrew, everyone else back there
Sideline
on
guy.
the biggest point.
Mr. Paddles, Nick Tarano, we have
Of
down
the
here.
game.
Spider saw it as well. Great call, 18-16.
16-18 because Hubs has one more serve. That one
spun
long,
it
and
off.
now Frankie has the serve, Jeff. He's up 18-17.
Hubs able to collect his breath a little bit there. This is as intense.
Oh,
as
he
it's
missed
been.
it, and we're
The whole
tied once
side, The
again.
whole side.
The sliding backhand there, tough because it was a great shot.
1970.
1917, I believe. Yeah, 1917.
Hold on.
1 second.
Oh my goodness.
It was 18-17, Frankie. Hubs missed. Yes, my apologies. It is 19 serving 17.
Yep, 1917 Hubs. Could be a huge serve here for Frankie, and it is.
3 match points for Frankie. 17-20. Remember, Hubs blew a 17-20 lead in game 1. Now he's on the opposite side, trailing 17-20 himself. Can he give Frankie a taste of his own medicine, or will Borelli close it out? That's 1 match point saved.
He caught me off. I was weird.
Said something was weird. They won 13 of 17 points before they had Frankie in this massive comeback.
That's 2 match points saved.
Do this.
19-20.
Do this.
Can Hubs hold
Don't
off
do this!
one more time?
Could it be a mirror image of that first game where Hubs blew it?
And
What
Frankie
a
Borelli
comeback.
holds on.
There it is again.
In a classic match and a classic game 3, 21-19 is your final.
He hits him with the Borelli jig at the end there, the little dance that he has now made his Stool Stream celebration. Huge comeback wins, a heap load of points at the end there. He was down by a ton. He was broken too. You could just see it in his eyes. He thought the forehand wasn't there today. A little bit of the Frankie shuffle at the end. My goodness, what a match, Jake. Unreal.
On one side, there is pure elation. On the other, there is pure heartbreak. And for more, we're going to send it down to Nick, who's alongside Hubs.
Don't look at me like that.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Jake. And Jeff, even our sideline reporter is speechless.
163 was the heart rate of Frankie, playing in jeans. Again, a more like high-end like dress T-shirt. Oh my, that's as good as it gets. If you're tuning in to watch ping pong, that is what you want to see right there. 2 rivals go at it for 3 intense games. Comebacks in the first and second by Frank. Oh, that's just
And Jeff,
fascinating.
before I sign off and change for my match, I will say, remember, it was love 7. Frankie was 64% of the way of getting skunked, and he came back and won it.
And then he was down by a lot as well and rattled off, I think, like 13 to 17 points. I think like 15 of 19 to end it. Big comeback. He closes it out. Frankie.
All right, Jeff, we're going to get one more look at the Nick shot, and I'm going to let you
not
analyze
the shot
this.
from Nick, but the shot that was probably the most pivotal point in this.
Right.
Is you're going to get up
The
and
Nick
join
shot,
your
I'm going to go change, and you can take it this.
We go to our sky cam here, the eagle eye cam. We see that shot, that forehand winner from Frankie, that almost hit the side of the table. That's how close it was. The pivotal turning point in the match. It was all Frankie from there. And now, Jake, you make your way down to the court. I'm going to be joined, I believe, by PFT, I think. I think PFT is going to be joining me here for the remainder of Stool Streams as Hank and Jake Marsh. I mean, this is like, as I have PFT join me here for a second. PFT, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Feeling good. Still haven't pooped yet.
Okay.
But still experiencing a tremendous amount of abdominal discomfort.
Let's pull up the Play Barstool app here and see how many people we have remaining. PFT, as we come to this massive rivalry of Jake and Hank that you know a lot about. You are in the heads of all of them with 332 people remaining for these last 2. You can pick, obviously, Jake, or you could have picked Jake 2021 or Hank 2021, and then it's total points in all games at the end here for the 300 and let's see, get the exact score. I think it's like 320 remaining. You need to be right here on these last 2 games. And if you're 0 for 6, you also win a $50 Play Barstool gift card.
Not a bad consolation prize there. Now, I had the opportunity to play Jake last night in a little warm-up match.
He's very hurt.
Yeah, he is injured, I would say. So, as we all know, about 2.5 weeks ago, actually, no, it was about a week ago, right, Hank?
Yeah.
Week ago. Jake suffered a debilitating ankle injury. This is Willis Reed moment. Willis Reed who, Alex Smith who, Jake Marsh is here. Jake Marsh is battling on one leg. His mobility is severely hampered. Hank's going to test it. I know he will. But the problem is sometimes when Hank thinks that he has a good idea, he overthinks it, gets too far in his own head. When he starts messing up on that strategy that he has, Hank is liable to punish himself. So it's really a battle not so much between Jake and Hank today as I think it'll be between Hank and his own brain.
Most people think Hank is going to win 2-0. 46% of all votes that came in for this have Hank winning 2-0. I think most people, if they knew about the injury, probably would have switched as well, but Jake is very good. Also, something that you noted a couple weeks back when we were on the Grit stream is that Jake is very polite, but a little passive, and Hank just does not like that whatsoever.
No, these two get under each other's skin, and this is real anger that's going to come out here because Jake is a very polite young man, but when Hank starts feeding him the little comments, Jake will clap back. It is going to be an N1 mixtape of a battle between these two teams.
You mean to even out our height a little bit here?
No, I think our height is fine. It's good height.
Hank, 6 feet tall, 170. Milton is listed as his experience here. Lost to Jake 100-54 during the Grit stream. Grit stream. The 100-point, the first 100-point match was not quite as thrilling as many expected, but I expect this one to be rather exciting. Especially, again, if the game's a little maybe more evened out from Jake. That last one, PFT, you were in here, was quite the match between Hubs and Frankie.
And it's funny because the two of them have very similar games except for how they portray it physically. So Hubs is moving his feet every single point. He's got happy feet. Frankie very rarely moves his feet unless it's in celebration. But they have similar strokes, similar games. I don't think we've seen the last matchup between those two.
Now, Jake, arguably also coming in here in a second, the best in the office, has beat Hank. He says, I think, like 80 to 90% of the time, which is a lofty statement, but Hank is good. Hank, he's basically the godfather of ping pong in this room. This is his domain. This is his room. He'll even rack up the replays. Also, if he makes a good shot, he'll ask for that replay because that's the power he has. So he's a very tough player to beat, not just because he's good, but because you're going up against the commissioner, essentially.
You're not only going up against Hank, but you're going up against the entire booth. You're going up against the entire infrastructure of Stool Streams.
I want to ask you this, PFT. You know Jake very well.
Yeah.
Frankie had the Frankie uniform, basically, the jeans and the very nice shirt, as Jake over here looking for his glasses. Why did Jake change out of his suit? That's kind of like Jake's thing, right? You know him in the suit, but now he goes to this Florida Gators polo.
You know what? I was going to make a comment about that, but I think that this is actually the perfect Jake Marsh athletic outfit right here. It's a perfect capital J. I'm going to go to the gym, shoot a few hoops. I'm going to wear the athletic shorts, but I'm keeping the polo.
Keeping the look.
Semi-formal.
The tech fit polo. And it comes out of the booth down to the ping pong court, which is like Jim Nance in the middle of the Final Four game, just,
Yep.
Now play shooting guard.
Jake is locked in. You can see in his eyes right now he's taking this very seriously. He is sporting a brace. He's sporting an ace bandage on the left ankle as well as a stabilizing brace. And it looks like a pair of high-top shoes to support that left foot.
A little bit of a warm-up here. One more match here on our inaugural Stool Streams ping pong battle here. If you're still alive, you're one of the 332 people alive.
I don't have balls.
Hank versus Jake is the first part of you staying alive for the win. And I think they're ready to go.
Okay, let's do this.
P.
I.
N. Oh,
Starts out the P-I-N-G.
I-N-G.
Jake just grooving that forehand.
Deadly forehand. He has a deadly forehand.
Let's do it.
That's the key, really. If Jake has
9
his
months in the making.
cross-court forehand landing,
Good
I
luck.
think that the advantage is
You too, Jake.
big time on his side.
You got a little
Love.
LSU Florida battle here, too. Hank going with two different types of tigers for his wear right now. He has
There
a
we go.
Detroit Tigers
Love one.
hat and an LSU Tigers shirt.
I think that's a Joe Exotic hat.
Oh,
too.
come on.
Channeling said Eye of the Tiger
Okay.
as we're tied up
How-
early.
The big question is how long until Hank either hits himself in the head with his paddle or says, "Oh, Henry."
The old Henry typically comes in the first 5 or 6 points, but right now he's feeling confident.
Mute my watch. Don't want to be blown up.
He says
Oh,
Jake,
Jake's muting the
bit of a
big J
brag,
Diva
getting a lot of
Marsh.
texts, a lot of emails about products he needs to try.
Oh, come on, Henry.
Oop, there's the.
There
come
it
on,
is.
Henry.
Within the
Come
first
on,
5
Henry.
or 6, we did get it. But I
2-2.
will note, as my chair is swiveling out of the booth right now, Jake. I was going to say he's not moving quite as well, but it seems
he's
like
moving.
he is.
Come on, Henry. He's showing that lateral ability right there.
That last point, it looked like Jake wasn't moving as well, but he
Maybe.
just completely threw that myth out the window. The guy can still move with that brace.
2 serving 3.
Yep. 2 serving 3 is
Feeling
the
each
score
other
here.
out a little bit here.
Oh.
Oh, great
They're
shot.
painting the corners.
Off
Oh,
the
it's off the
rafters.
ceiling.
Yes!
And Hank able to get the win. Remember, if you're just joining us, you don't know the rules. Everything is in play, the TV screen and especially the ceiling, much like Tropicana Field. We have to see that one again from the sky cam. That ball goes up into the lighting fixtures, into the ceiling, comes back down, and Hank able to get the point here. When we see the replay, PFT, talk us through it as Hank's able to tie this bad boy up.
Absolutely. Now, this is a momentum shifting point right here. If Hank wins one of those close points, then it gets in his head and he believes himself. We're not going to have a replay, but I think what I saw from up here was a double doink off the ceiling.
It was a bit of a double. Could have been a triple doink as well.
Twice.
Tied up 3-3 early here, and I mean early because this one should likely go the distance.
4 serving 3.
And very profoundly letting people know what the score is.
Hey, sorry about that.
Hank with a very genuine apology.
5-3.
That one seemed incredibly passive and sarcastic.
You love to see that sportsmanship.
Seemed like nothing genuine about that statement whatsoever.
It's tough to tell what kind
of did you see the way he grabbed that ball at the end there, Jake? A little anger.
5-4.
Throw out the record books. These guys don't like each other very much.
Usually the passive, almost a great save, but usually the passiveness comes from the side of Jake and the anger from Hank. But they flipped it there.
Preemptive passages. Here we go, Hank. We'll chop and almost off the TV screen, off the jumbotron.
Players will learn. He knows it. If you have a chance to save it, throw it off that TV screen because it is in play. Back and forth we go, PFT.
Jake looks angry.
Like we said earlier, most people predicted Hank would win this 2-0. That was the most predicted final outcome.
Going into it, I was thinking Jake 2-1 actually.
5-8. Hank with the advantage.
Oh.
Jake with one more serve after this closes it to 8-6.
Now keep your eye on the net because
6-8.
once Hank gets a couple lucky bounces, that's when the real passive aggressive comments start coming.
Hank able to keep it in.
Fuck me, Henry.
Too high up there.
Fuck me, Henry.
Fuck me, Henry. We're going to get a replay following that fuck me, Henry there, PFT.
Can we get another replay of also Hank saying fuck me, Henry in slow-mo?
Might be included on that. We'll see.
Let's see.
The spin from Jake just kept it a little too high there.
Now, so I have to wonder, rest versus rust here. Jake played last night.
8-7.
Hank's coming back from a long vacation week. Actually, 3 long vacation weekends in a row.
Oh, come
So
on.
we have to wonder how that's going to... He's very tan. I don't know if he's sunburned at all. Hank says, no, thank you. I'll take the next one.
8.
Hank did not like that extra ball thrown in play there. Great shot from Hank back of the table, PFT.
9-8.
Can't do anything about that.
Good shot, Jake.
That's what Jake will do. Jake with a little like an oopsie shot almost. Like almost not intentional, but you know with him it is.
Jake moving around okay.
How's that ankle?
A bit of a like Steffi Graf moan there from Jake. Oh my. We have a replay right now from a few points ago, as I'm sorry, still laughing from that moan by Jake out on the floor. And there it is. There is Hank denying the ball from our ball boy / ref, Spider. Didn't want that one whatsoever. It's 11-8 is what the scoreboard says.
Hank shaking the ball around like he's almost...
I don't think that's right.
Let's get a reconfirmation from the booth here. 10-9 is the score. 10-9, Hank with the lead. Jake checking. A good check from Jake there. There's that rally, PFT.
You love to see that.
I still don't think he's landing on that foot as firmly as you
9
would
serving
expect
11.
when it's not injured, right?
It's like Barbaro going down the home stretch.
Oh,
there.
come on, Henry.
He's not 100%, but this is all
10
guts
serving
right now
11.
for my darling Jake.
Rest in peace to Barbara.
Oh! Jake with another grunt.
Another grunt and moan. That's more of a grunt moan. We'll get a replay of the grunt moan shot there from Jake as he falls down 12-10 in this first game here.
Monica Seles-esque.
Off the top of the net.
And he
Thought he could
stretches.
save it.
Oh, just teetering on the top of the net.
Bit of a
right there.
Pete Weber leg kick in the back there as well. Just combining all the sports.
Who do you think you are? He is.
And that's long from Jake. You're seeing the
10-13.
errors. I don't know what's factored into that. Could it be the injury? But Hank gives
Henry.
one back.
Henry.
11-13.
But was it you just now?
No, that was
Did it
Hank.
burp?
That was
Okay.
Hank with a little burp there.
We can just toss a little burp on in here. I know you're enjoying a high noon.
I have been, yes. I had a black cherry earlier. It actually quelled the gummy bear indigestion quite well.
14-11.
Nice to see you alive and kicking, PFT.
Barely. I will be making my way to a toilet after this game's over.
Great forehand there from Jake.
14-12.
Wins the point. He's not letting Hank slip away.
14-12.
Hank has that distinct advantage. If 330 people still alive for the play Barstool left. If you're 0 for 4 right now, you still have a chance to win a Barstool gift card as Hank wins the point there again with help from the net. We're going to get a replay of that one as he puts the hand up apologizing for the net assist on that one. Again, 332 remaining. A lot of people, though, have Hank 2-0. So if Jake's able to come back, we'll see how many do get eliminated. Jake not able to get to it. The net helps out Hank.
He's trying. I think a spry Jake
5-2.
might reach that one.
Yeah, you can tell he is hobbled. It's not a full Jake. Half Jake.
He's less than Jake.
Can never slip a ska band reference past PFT.
Can't. You set me up for that one. Now, a very underrated part of Jake's game is his defense.
16-12.
He's got quick hands, like mongoose-like hands.
They are very good at the defense each side.
17-12.
It's very hard to get anything past them. When you play as Hank gets fired up, as he has a big advantage now, 18-12.
No lead is safe in Hank's brain.
12-18.
How do you beat Hank right now? Someone who's played him a bunch and you've been down to him before.
You got to get 2 points off him. If you get 2 points in a row off him, he crumbles.
12-19.
That is not what Jake did right there, as he is really in a tough spot, down 19-12. Lost back a little.
19-13.
13-19.
Jake playing
shot,
a little more
good shot.
confidence here.
Jake is taking it easy.
Those,
He knows he has to get all the points back now.
Those red blood cell treatments are finally starting to kick in for Jake.
And there we go. We hit the first game point.
14-20.
Anyone who has Jake 2-0 is in a tough spot here, as is Jake. And Hank closes it out 21-14 in the first game.
Listen, that game was really, I'd say, Hank 18, Jake 14, net 4.
Yeah, the net helped Hank out a lot, but he did have a fairly large advantage, winning 21-14. We're going to send it downstream to Mr. Paddles himself, the former junior ping pong champion, Nick. He's with Jake.
Thanks, Jeff. Jake, now is the perfect time to blame your ankle.
Never going to do that. It's not who I am.
He hinted at it, folks. He's blaming his ankle.
Thank you,
It's
Nick.
tough to see Jake making excuses.
He did. I think Nick was right. He did flinch a little, but he thought about making the excuse. He said, maybe I'll save it if I do get swept here. So there are a lot of people who had Hank 2-0. Those folks are still alive. He is up 1-0. We have to get a quick replay, actually, first before we get there.
So a little behind the scenes of the rivalry here. I'm looking at Hank's pregame quotes, and he said, I don't like how nice he is with his patronizing comments. So that's really what we're going to be looking out for here. If Jake can get inside Hank's head, maybe by complimenting him
I think he
once
did.
or twice.
Hank gave Jake a very big patronizing comment early in the match, and that might have set Jake off. Now Jake laughing, giggling a little bit with Spider on the sidelines. I don't know if he's exactly as locked in as he usually would be.
It's a little bit of grab ass. You're right, Jeff.
And then he does something like that, and he hears the haters and says, my forehand's still the best in the office.
0-1.
Oh,
boy.
dear
Oh, boy.
God. Put the women and
0-2.
children to bed.
That might have been a warm-up game
Oh!
for Jake. This is unreal. He's unloaded the cannon, PFT.
0-3.
And all Hank's doing is giggling. A little
Oh, come on!
Yep. Now Jake is firmly entrenched inside
0-4.
Hank's cranium right now.
Trying for the service sweep. The forehand is locked, but he just misses low. Still a big 4-1 advantage
4-1.
after
Huge.
Hank's 5 serves.
Huge right there. Now, are we keeping track of lucky points? I'm talking about
4-2.
shots that nick the table or hit the net and go over.
Oh, you're the color guy. That should be on your hand.
I think.
Oh,
I think
come on, you
the
bum.
Ping pong gods are on Hank's side so
5-2.
far, but Jake is saying, ping pong gods, I see you and I raise you a powerful forehand.
5-2, Jake with the advantage here after a big start to the match. With huge forehands, now 6-2. Hank thought about maybe a paddle break, didn't do it, kept it
6-2.
professional.
Hank's
Come
showing a lot of
on!
discipline, not hitting himself in the head with his paddle yet.
7-2, Jake pulling away a little bit,
7-2.
using all sides of the table, PFT.
Like the Native Americans and the buffalo.
Shot.
Hank needed that
Thanks, Jake.
forehand
Big
winner to
cross
kind of
court.
Very
calm
cool.
things down.
3-7.
Every time Hank has a compliment or comment to Jake, it's very loud, enunciated with a profound way.
3 serving 8.
3-8. Jake with this advantage still here at PFT. And the forehand maybe not quite working as well. It looks like he labored a little bit there getting back to his position.
4 serving 8.
Remember, Jake injured himself playing tennis last week. Pick up tennis, much to the amazement. Another moan there.
There's another moan.
We're going to get the
that.
Monica
Let's see
Seles
it.
moan from Jake. We're going to get a replay of this.
Here's Hank. Look at that laser focus from Hank. Oh, no, Henry.
Might have been opened up a little bit
Score?
too much, though,
4-9.
as it sailed long into the right. Again, he
4-9.
injured himself playing tennis. Jake up 9-4. Dave Portnoy the other day, very surprised that you guys played pickup tennis.
Yeah, no, so the injury came on the match point. of
5-9.
Jake versus me and Hank, and Hank's initial reaction was not, Jake, are you okay? Jake, is there anything broken? Hank's first reaction was,
9 serving.
oh, no,
6.
Jake, you have to play me in ping pong. That's a real shame.
Hank's a competitor. That's what he thinks about. He thinks about himself winning, and that's what you need to do if you are a competitor, PFT.
10-6.
Hank crossing the 10-point mark first. 10-6 lead here.
Get a little love from that net again.
Remember, even if you win, another
Jake
moan,
with the reach.
and it works again. Unbelievable shot from Jake
Oh.
to get the 11-6 lead for a 5-point advantage. He put every ounce of effort and pain into that one.
Listen, you don't want to use the word heroic, but what Jake is doing right now is nothing short of heroic.
He had to put a
11-6.
lot of weight on that injured left ankle, and it showed, and you
11-6.
could hear it there.
All guts and glasses from Jake Marsh.
Deafening from Jake Marsh, as he now has a 12-6 advantage in game 2. And remember, PFT,
12-6.
it's total games. Total games of the match is how you win this, not just predicting who is going to win. Great rally.
I'm fucking missing
Good
everything.
point.
And
Shut up, Jake. That's
there it is. There it
There we
is.
go.
13-6.
There it is.
Now,
Hank has broken.
I didn't catch what Hank was reacting to right there. It could have been something as simple as like good point, or it could have been just absolutely nothing from Jake at all.
Jake
And
threw
Hank
the
will just-
niceness out there. Hank said, shut up, Jake, and then he immediately
7-13.
wins the point. That might have been what Hank needed.
Hank's been known to throw out a
Uh-oh.
preemptive shut up as well.
8-13.
After the shut up, it's a 2-0 run, a 3-0
Oh.
run for Hank after he told Jake to shut up.
9-13.
Oh,
Good shot,
what a
Jake.
shot by Jake.
9-14.
Just sneaks it in the back there.
Oh, that's such a bad shot by me. Fuck. 9-15.
15-9. Jake running away now a little bit after Hank was able to scrape away some points, but it's still
It's all
Not
about that
15-10.
cross-court
Yeah.
forehand from Jake. If that starts landing, then it's good night, good moon.
25 points
Aw.
in. 15-10, now 16-10.
You like that
16-10.
catchphrase?
That was good.
Good night, good moon. Not sure what it means, but you know what? Doesn't have to make sense. It just has to come out of my mouth.
16-11.
Back to a 5-point advantage, 16-11. Jake with the lead. Anyone who has Hank, 2-0. Right now, they are in danger of being eliminated. There were 332 people still alive going into this final game.
Defensive battle.
Oh,
here.
the moan again, but that is too long. Great forehand
That was,
by Hank. Put
16-12.
Jake up against the wall.
That was almost like a dog panting from Jake. Just like,
Big slam shot there for Hank is successful. And oh,
Jake almost goes head first into the trash can.
16-13.
replay of that
Boy.
coming. If he would have gone head first in the trash can, I think he would have had to have retired.
That would have been quite a meme.
Great placement by Hank.
Look,
He had a
there-
lot of time to think about it.
Verbal meme. There's Jake, and then he's humping Darren Ravel's tweets.
16-13.
Oh, okay. What's the thing? What is the man demand?
Your demand in the hole.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
good shot.
Your demand in the hole, Jake says to himself. With
Another
a
great
wicked,
shot by Jake. It was
blistering
down to
forehand.
3 points, PFT. It's now
3-7.
17-13, though. Hank still alive, scraping away 17-14.
Jake might have to get carried out of this room like Spider-Man. Careful. He's a
Hank
hero.
wants the sweep. The net helps out Jake. Hank able to save it. Oh, and then it
from the net. No
almost
help.
lands down off the wire.
from the net today.
Not even the lights. It was the cable
No
up
help, no
top.
help.
We have to see that one.
Take a
No
look
help.
at
It's
that one again.
17-15, but man, it was almost 18-14 with the help from the ceiling because that almost landed and hit the edge of the table. We're going to get another look at this one, PFT. Hank saves it.
Come on, Ned. Done
Big
nothing
forehand
bad.
from Hank.
Hank there up into the air, and watch how close it was.
Oh, just by a gnat's eyelash.
How did that not hit? Hank
7-5?
knew it too. He got lucky.
By the
17,
cube of
15?
a butterfly.
And down only 17-15 now. Starting to take advantage. Starting to have momentum shift all to his side. Great rally here, PFT. Biggest point of the match at 17-16.
Buy it.
And the comeback is nearly complete.
I need to check my heart rate on this one because you know who the real winner
least
is here.
10.
Jeff.
17,
It's us
17.
for getting to
No,
watch this.
16-17.
Fans
16,
are
17.
loving it. 17-16, Jake with the
17.
lead. Hank trying to go for the sweep. He won the first game. And we are tied up at 17 apiece. Anyone with Hank 2-0 going crazy right now. 44% said Hank would win 2-0. But now Jake up 18-17, and the serve flips back to Jake Marsh.
18-17.
Let's let this one breathe, Jeff.
Oh, you bum. You're a bum. You're a bum. You're a bum. You're better.
Hank,
You're better.
negative
You're better.
self-talk again. You're a bum. You're a bum. You're a bum.
All the momentum on Hank's side, and it shifts back to Jake with 2 points in a row. Tied 17-17. He now has a chance to put it into game point.
What a rally.
Come on.
Oh, what a shot by Jake. You have to assume we're going to see that one again in slow motion, PFT.
Hank now banging his paddle against the door like Martin Luther nailing all his complaints against the church.
Hank puts it right where he wants it here, too. But Jake was able to return it and force
One
Hank
pieces,
into a
two
shot.
pieces, three pieces.
He did
7.
not want. 0.7, and that is a tied-up series, 1-2-1.
Hank needs to take several deep breaths.
Anyone with Hank 2-0 eliminated. 46% said Hank would win 2-0. 15% said Jake 2-0. And anyone with a 2-1 series, regardless of winner, is still alive. As we go to a game 3, we send it down to Mr. Paddles, Nick Tarani, to talk to Hank.
Hank, you're typically an even keel guy. Nothing really gets to you. But playing against Jake, I saw yelling, I saw throwing of the paddle. Would you say you hate him?
When I'm in this room and when I see him on the other side, I hate anyone who's on the other side of me on that table.
Hates Jake.
Hates Jake.
Yeah, that's a confirmed hates Jake.
Absolutely hates him.
The chuckle beforehand was like, oh, PMT this week, got to work together. He's still my broadcaster for most of these. I can't say I hate him. I just hate people.
No, in fact, his nickname's Cake because everyone loves Cake and everyone loves Jake.
Love.
It's actually true. Oh, just grazed the table there.
Love one.
Hank sneaks out the first point here. 1-0 lead in this decisive game 3. Off the ceiling, but behind Hank. And we are knotted up. So anyone with Hank 2-1 or Jake 2-1 still alive.
Jake with the grunt, with the Monica Seles grunt again.
Multiple grunts,
Can't
but
buy
it
a
turns
net.
to the side of Hank and not loving the net. That's now
1-2.
74 total points. So keep an eye on total points.
Another verbal meme here from Jake. The girl laying on her back, and her eyebrows
1-3.
are all up, and she goes, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna twist my ankle."
Oh, you bum. You fucking scrub.
Hank not liking himself.
You bum.
3-2.
Himself
You
there.
F-wording scrum.
3-2, and then a
Hank with
service
a mental error. That's
error.
all mental right there.
Service error by Hank there, PFT.
3s.
Tied up 3 apiece.
Oh my God.
Hank a little long on that one.
3-4.
Now, Hank's been playing a lot of ping pong, but he was playing on a bad table. His words, not mine. All
4s?
weekend at the beach.
What's our total at?
Oh! All right, relax.
Hank telling himself to calm down.
4-5.
4-5.
What?
5-4. Jake with the lead here, PFT. In the pivotal game 3, they're tied up.
Hank just abusing that net.
Oh my God, what am I doing? Do we have timeouts in this?
Yeah, we can take a
6
timeout.
serving 4.
Hank thinking about the timeout, PFT. As
would
Jake
take
up 6-4 with the serve here. Injured and all, grunts and moan and all. You can hear him working hard, and it pays off. 7-4 now.
7-4 total score.
Hank thought the net would help him. Jake able to save it. We're going to see that
Thank
one
you,
again
Matt.
as he takes the 8-4 lead here in the final game 3. Soft defensive return there from Hank. Does not land.
8-4.
PFT, big moments coming forth here.
But in a positive spin zone there, that brick wall behind him looks very cool.
It does. It's real brick.
9-4.
It's real brick.
Can't punch that brick. 9-4 lead here for Jake.
Oh my God.
222 are remaining.
10-4.
More eliminated. Again, you can only win if you have 2-1 Hank or 2-1 Jake, and you must get final score correct as well. Great rally here, PFT.
Oh my
Very
God,
deep in the
timeout,
table
timeout.
on
No,
that one. Hank
timeout.
taking a
That's a
timeout.
new rule?
Huge timeout.
High noon hard seltzer.
High
timeout.
noon
I
hard
respect
seltzer timeout.
We have some fighting words
Smart.
going down.
I was going to
on
say, we're
Stool
creating
Smart
rules
from
here,
Hank
but
here
if
as
it's a
we
high
get
noon
the
hard seltzer
replay.
timeout. It's far different than a timeout.
Yeah, it's a high noon hard seltzer timeout. Only 100 calories, PFT. Gluten-free
100
and no
calories.
added sugar.
That's
Real
my favorite
vodka.
No
part.
added
No
sugar
added
at all.
sugar is big. I'm watching my weight, Jeff. I've noticed that you've dropped a few lbs.
Oh, thank you. What's your high noons?
High noons. That's all I've been doing. I haven't. I
4-11?
cut out eating entirely.
it. That's right.
No
It's all
vegetables.
high noon.
All high noon all the time.
High noon is absolutely delicious. Another groan and moan from Jake. Oh! I did not.
Wow.
Holy shit. What was that?
That was me catching myself cursing on the air midway through.
This is Jake as emotional as you'll
What
see him. The grunts.
was that?
And then the loud expletive. He catches himself. He's a consummate
He
professional.
didn't want to say the
point.
word fuck. He still I actually would have rathered him to have
5'11".
said it. Whatever that was weird. Fans bit strange down
Oh
at
my
home.
God, that's got a
That
hit,
is
man.
that is Jake being a pro. Anytime he has a microphone in his vicinity,
5'12".
he will not drop a hard expletive. Jake with
Oh
the
my
groans.
God, I'm choking
Grunt
this.
again, and the grunt leads to a Hank error. It's 13-5 now.
Hank just peppering all sides of the board, but can't put it away.
14-5.
Now that's demoralizing right there, Jeff. When you hit a series of good shots, they all get returned, and then boom, mental error. Hank versus his brain. His brain is favored by 5.
Jake long, and it's 14-6. So Hank's
14
still
serving
alive. It is
6.
very close, though.
Now I've noticed Jake getting more aggressive with his serve as these games have gone on. That's something that we keyed in on
15-6.
yesterday. He said, "I'm going to have to take more chances on this serve."
Hank is very defensive. You can't give Hank regular serves.
15-7.
15-7, 22 points in this round.
Oh, and he says,
95,
"You got
I
served."
believe, is overall. Now
16-7.
96 total points. 16-7, Jake with the lead. So keep an eye on the total points. Point 97 there.
16-8.
Hank down 16-8.
What a rally.
No!
What a rally.
Hank
Good
cannot
night.
believe hits the brick wall.
Good night, good moon.
8-17.
98. We have a replay of this real
Oh.
quick. Sorry about that. 98 total points here.
That's one of those rallies that's
Hank's
just
furious.
It hurts to lose that one, Jeff. Really does.
17-8. Jake on the cusp of winning here, but Hank fighting as much as he can.
9-17.
Deploying a nice spin, quick serve there.
Oh my God, I'm doing so bad.
Long on the forehand. He can't believe it. It's not himself right now.
That one was
9-18.
you have to wonder if maybe Hank's injured also.
9-18. 100 points now into this. 101 points into this.
9-19.
He is 2 points away as
Oh
Jake
my
from
God.
the win, and
Oh
now we
my
have
God.
match.
Oh my God.
20-9.
Statement win by Jake. He can
102
put this
total
away.
points.
Good
And
night.
that's it.
Good
Jake
moon.
wins 2-1.
Jake
103
Marsh.
total points. If you predicted 103 total points and a 2-1 Jake win, you have won today. We will get the update there in a second.
Let's take a look at this
Unbelievable forehand PFT.
Let's take a look at this. Pushes off of the injured left foot, puts him away with a nice little grunt and a yell afterwards. And here's one thing that I noticed immediately about it. Jake, with a passive-aggressive sportsmanship, sprints to the other side to try to shake Hank's hand immediately.
COVID shake, though. They didn't do the
COVID
shake.
shake. But if I was Hank, I see how early Jake comes to shake my hand, and I'm filing that away in the back of my head for fuel for later.
And now former junior circuit competitors Nick and Jake will talk to each other as Jake wins the final match here 2-1.
Jake, you beat the man that said, and I quote, hates your fucking guts. How does that feel? Is there anything you would say to him right now if he were here?
I would tell him good match. 2 out of 3. Fair enough. You're not going to steal any bulletin board material from me.
He said that very maliciously. Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Nick. He did. He's very out of breath,
Well,
too.
that was as close as you'll get for Jake Marsh ever saying, "Fuck you, I hate you."
We're
That's
waiting on.
that's the Jake translation right there.
We're
it was
waiting
a good
on the-
match. I'm not giving him bulletin board material. He might as well have just taken a leak on Hank's front door.
We're waiting on the updated standings here to see who won. But if you today had PFT 2-0, PFT 0-31, Frankie 2-1, and then followed by that margin of victory in game 2, 6, followed by a Jake 2-1, and then 103, I believe, was the final score. You did win today. Not the only Stool streams today. Not the or this week, excuse me. We do have Jenga on Wednesday with some fantastic matchups that you will be involved in. On Wednesday, we have Feidelberg and Casey. Fights Casey versus Vibs and Robbie, as well as Glennie and Smitty against Nate and Brandon Walker. Quite the battle there.
Now I'm very interested
And then you.
to see. I am pumped to see how Nate and Brandon Walker are going to be getting along. That is a duo that I don't think has ever teamed up for content before, but I have a feeling that Brandon Walker is absolutely going to punt Nate through the ceiling.
Liz and Tommy, we had one person win. Daddy Mac won. Look at this. One person won. $500.
That's Daddy Mac won.
Daddy Mac, why I was like adding the total for them.
Yeah.
$500. You can do that again Wednesday. You will be involved with Big Cat as well, the final Jenga match. Go into the Play Barstool app now and go to YouTube to watch because some of the competitors on Wednesday played last week. And I'm telling you this. You want a little tip from the broadcaster, PFT?
Would love one.
You can get a lot from watching those matches because you can see how PFT plays, see how PFT, that's you, how Big Cat plays, how you play. Study up on the YouTube channel because then you can have a chance, like Daddy Mac, to win $500.
Daddy Mac won, and also very quick on the draw, Daddy Mac won, securing the very first person to use the username Daddy Mac.
Yeah, you got to love
not
being the
Daddy
guy
Mac 2, not Daddy Mac 3,
yeah.
Daddy Mac 1.
Fascinating
Is that Daddy
stuff.
Mac WON? Because that could also be applicable in this situation.
Daddy Mac is the winner, but so are Jake Marsh, Frankie Borelli, and PFT.
And we have a loser.
PFT comes. We have a loser as well.
This is Emily Proscrobro.
Went
Emily
0 for 6.
0 for 6. Good job, Emily. You shot the moon. You picked me to win 2-1, and I actually won 2-0. So that really broke your heart right there. I'm sorry to hear it, but that means that she will be getting what?
$50 Barstool gift card.
$50 Barstool gift card.
Emily wins. Daddy Mac wins. Jake Marsh, PFT commenter. Frankie wins as well. Thank you to everyone, all of our competitors, everyone in the control room as well. Spider in here. Nick, thanks for doing Nick, Mr. Pals, thanks for doing sideline reporting. For PFT, Jake Marsh as well. Very injured. We'll be back on Wednesday for Jenga. Play Barstool. Go in there now. Enter your picks. You can win, just like someone did today here
and
on Stool Street.
Be sure to listen to part of my take because I'm sure Jake will absolutely bring this victory up over Hank and hang it over his head for weeks.
We'll see you on Wednesday, everyone.
Love you guys.